Are you a fire starter? Would you like to be? Hi, this is Carma Spence, and in this week's series of Weekday Wisdom videos, I'm going to be sharing with you my interview with Kathy Palokoff, a co-author of the book Firestarters. Hello, and welcome to Weekday Wisdom. In today's episode, I'm going to be interviewing one of the co-authors of this book, Firestarters. Her name is Kathy Palokoff, and she is the founder and partner at Go Firestarter, a coaching and consulting company that helps individuals and organizations ignite, fuel, and accelerate their growth and fulfill their passion. She is also a founder and partner at Customer City, a creative agency that helps businesses increase revenue through customer-centric marketing and branding. Welcome to the Weekday Wisdom, Kathy Palokoff.
Hi, nice to be here.
So, you've written this book, Firestarters.
Yes.
What inspired the title?
Well, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I have a restaurant, a marketing company, and multiple other businesses, all of which didn't sort of mesh together. So I would always give this description of myself. And I'm a member of Women's Presidents Organization. And my chair in that organization one day said, Kathy, you just got to get clearer. So we talked, and she all of a sudden looked at me and said, you know what? You're a fire starter. Cool. I could own that. I had no idea and it sort of sent me on a journey to figure out what a fire starter was, because I liked the term. It was exciting to me. So I hooked up with Raul Davis, who's one of my co-authors, and then we hooked up with Paul Eder, who is another one of my co-authors, and we all have very different backgrounds and talents. And then we went after, for 2 years, trying to get an answer to the question about what is a fire starter? Can anyone be a fire starter? And what makes them different? And we did it in a couple ways. We looked at research, and because Paul is an organizational researcher, but then I had one of the coolest jobs. I got to interview tons of people, and they were just from all over and all different kinds of businesses. And I think we figured out pretty much what a fire starter was. And then we took a metaphor and just took it all the way. So we have extinguishers, and we have igniters, and we have fuels and accelerants, and it's known as a good idea gone wild, so
I know the feeling, because I'm working on a book about public speaking using the superhero metaphor, and I also interviewed like 89 speakers for it. So yeah, I've got the whole superhero metaphor running through, and it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It is great. I like that a lot. Superheroes and public speaking.
It's public speaking superpowers.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm having fun with it. Well, right now I'm not having fun with it because I'm trying to get it done. But other than that, I've been having fun with it. So what is a fire starter? What did you finally come up with your definition of a fire starter?
So I think what we discovered, and we went in this all from an entrepreneurial mindset, and I think we realized that fire starters are way bigger than entrepreneurs. You can have a mom who takes on the school district advocating for her kids, and she's a fire starter, right? She doesn't just follow something, she starts something. You can have someone who is an artist or a musician who just goes and makes things bigger. So the way I think of it is there are people who hold jobs, and there are people who start companies. There are people who join a movement, and there are people who start a movement. Those are the fire starters, and we all have, I think, some degree of that in ourselves. We also found out that there were 3 kinds of fire starters. One were initiators, the other was instigators, and then the other one, which I think most of us are most familiar with, are innovators. So innovators create things, and instigators are the troublemakers. They're the instigator and that. And then initiators are people who begin things. I'm curious, what do you think you are?
I think I'm all of the above, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, we got that answer a lot. Is there one dominant one that comes out for you the more?
Probably innovator, because creativity is one of my key core essences.
Yeah.
I love to create things, and it's a bane, believe me, sometimes. I've got too many pots on the stove. There aren't enough burners.
But then you make them happen, and that's what an initiator does. They begin things. That's the other really important thing about fire starters. Fire starters do. They
Mm.
put things into action. Lots of us sit at home and we think about things that we want to do. A fire starter takes the next step and they actually act on it. And I think that's really, really important, particularly I think with women, because women have just so many amazing ideas, but they have really complex lives often with everything they need to handle. So for them to really put action into what's important to them, that's really critical, I think. Really, really important.
So you started talking about characteristics of fire starters. Are there like key characteristics that all fire starters have? We'll get to the answer to that question in tomorrow's video. In the meantime, did you enjoy this video? If so, give it a thumbs up on YouTube and let me know in a comment below. And remember this, don't box yourself in. Spread your wings and fly because you, yes, you right there, are capable of more than you know.